September 22, 1979. In the remote waters off the coast of South Africa, an aging American surveillance satellite detects something extraordinary. Near the isolated Prince Edward Islands in the southern Indian Ocean, a sudden bright double flash erupts, an unmistakable signature the satellite has seen before. 14 times to be exact. Every previous detection had been a confirmed nuclear explosion. But this time, something is different. No nation announces a test. Within hours, intelligence agencies scramble into action. Military aircraft are launched, data streams flood command centers, and a quiet but urgent investigation begins. The question is simple and dangerous. Was this a covert nuclear test? And if so, who carried it out? The alert comes from Vela Ops 6911, part of a 12-satellite American system designed to monitor nuclear detonations worldwide. First deployed in 1963 and upgraded in 1967, the Vela satellites were equipped with advanced sensors capable of detecting gamma rays, X-rays, and neutron radiation. Central to the system were two non-imaging silicon photodiode sensors, known as bang meters, capable of measuring light levels in sub-millisecond intervals and pinpointing a nuclear explosion within a few kilometers. A nuclear detonation produces a very specific optical signature, a double flash. A brief initial burst of intense light is followed by a rapid dimming as a shock wave of ionized gas expands outward, temporarily obscuring the fireball. As the shock wave cools, the light reappears, creating a second flash. When plotted on a logarithmic graph, the result is a distinctive double hump. By 1979, Vela satellites had detected this pattern 41 times, every instance a verified nuclear test. The system had never been wrong. Just after midnight, as waves crash across the southern Indian Ocean, early warning systems activate thousands of miles away at Patrick Air Force Base in Florida. Analysts estimate a blast yield of roughly 3 kilotons. The double flash is confirmed between the Prince Edward Islands and Crozet Islands. An immediate alert is issued. President Jimmy Carter convenes an emergency meeting in the White House Situation Room. Military leaders and intelligence officials pore over the data. A classified investigation begins. U.S. aircraft fly more than 25 sorties over the region, collecting atmospheric samples for radioactive traces. Soon after, scientists at the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico detect an unusual ionospheric disturbance moving southeast to northwest, suggesting a distant, powerful explosion. Days later, trace amounts of iodine-131, a byproduct of nuclear fission, are found in sheep in Australia's Victoria and Tasmania regions. Beneath the ocean's surface, another piece of the puzzle emerges. During the Cold War, the United States had deployed vast underwater listening networks, SOSUS, and the Missile Impact Location System, MILS, designed to track Soviet submarines. At Ascension Island, hydrophones record an anomalous acoustic signal precisely aligned with the time of the Vela flash. The evidence continues to mount. The following morning, President Carter writes in his diary, "There was an indication of a nuclear explosion in the region of South Africa. Either South Africa, Israel using a ship at sea, or nothing." At the time, global nuclear testing was restricted by international agreements. The Partial Test Ban Treaty 1963 and the Non-Proliferation Treaty 1968 explicitly banned atmospheric nuclear tests. The Vela event, if confirmed, would represent a clear violation of both. Attention soon turned to South Africa, which was secretly running an extensive nuclear weapons program. The country also maintained covert nuclear cooperation with Israel, exchanging yellowcake uranium for tritium, an essential component of nuclear weapons. In 1977, Soviet satellites detected suspicious construction in South Africa's Kalahari Desert. An American SR-71 spy plane later confirmed the presence of deep underground shafts consistent with preparations for nuclear testing. International pressure forced South Africa to dismantle the site, and by 1979, the country was believed not yet capable of conducting an independent test. Israel, however, was a different matter. By the late 1970s, U.S. intelligence estimated Israel possessed hundreds of tons of uranium and up to 20 nuclear weapons, though it had never publicly tested one. Stanford researcher Leonard Weiss later concluded that the weight of evidence strongly suggested the Vela event was an Israeli nuclear test conducted with South African assistance. For President Carter, the implications were severe. A confirmed test by a U.S. ally could trigger mandatory sanctions under American law and jeopardize the SALT II treaty, a cornerstone of Cold War arms control signed just months earlier. The administration chose a careful path. Publicly, officials downplayed the event. A White House science panel attributed the double flash to a possible micrometeorite strike or sensor anomaly, an explanation that avoided diplomatic fallout. Privately, doubts remained. Over time, the incident faded from public view. Years later, revelations from Israeli nuclear whistleblower Mordecai Vanunu and a brief admission by a South African official reignited suspicions, but no official confirmation ever came. The United States never acknowledged the Vela event as a nuclear test. Today, the mystery endures. Despite satellite data, atmospheric evidence, acoustic signals, and private admissions, the truth remains officially unresolved. Whether political necessity buried scientific certainty is a question history may never fully answer. And so, on the night of September 22, 1979, a flash lit up the Southern Ocean, and the world quietly looked away.
All connections severed on the main apparatus.
Confirmed. Proceed with extraction to the cradle.
Breaking news time to ignition.
The enrichment process must be secured here.
And the triggers? We need the finalized schematics.
The designs.
The uranium is secure.
Based on the intelligence and the documents reviewed, the evidence clearly points to Israel.
If you're hearing this, it means I failed. The files are hidden under the floorboards in my office. They know I have the proof about the senator.
Go! The sirens are active!
I'm right behind you!
We need to reach that door now.
I said the drives now. We had a deal.
We need to verify the enrichment first.
Police, drop the weapon. Get down on the ground.